Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Security. Yay, she's green. Security is green. That's awesome. Thank you, Fozzie. That's your VIP. Thank you, Fozzie. Okay. So we made it through the weekend. It's now Monday. But courts haven't started yet. Okay. So we made it through the weekend. It's now Monday. She's so annoying. I forgot to mute that, obviously. Let's point out the obvious today. So we're going to do Fleischer Tuesday today after my clips, I think. Unless we've already seen it, but I don't think we have. And then I did get some Oakland from today. Well, yesterday. A couple hours ago. And yes, my son is streaming. I don't know why he's choosing 4:30 a.m. to stream. I mean, play. But that's how I live, yo. That's how I roll. My damn it. My screen, I came down, get ready for my 4:30 show, and the cats ripped down my entire green screen. And then for good measure, peed all over it. But that's okay because it's not really cloth. So I was able to bleach it out, scrub, shout, swear, scrub, shout, swear. There was a lot of swearing going on. I do too, Maiko. He has not been streaming. Every day I check Georgia and I get Colorado. He'll stream again. I'm sure of it. I mean, I know there's a lot of weird stuff going on with court streaming now, but don't worry. Because if they take the courts off YouTube, I don't get my stuff from YouTube. So it won't affect me none. Don't worry. All right. We're going to go to Oakland first because, we haven't been there in a long time. That's the wrong one. And then we're going to go to Harris County. Now, the Harris County one, I didn't get the full trial or anything. It's a divorce. They've been married for 100,000 years, but not really. So they're finally getting a divorce, and the wife wants half. It's funny. So we're just going to hear the closing arguments and then the ruling. But this clip that I'm getting, it's the very end. It's what the lawyer does at the very end. It's the cherry on the top of this clip. She's great.
Okay, calling case prosecutor order number 24-22689. This is a swear to in the matter of Diamond Lewis. Detective, state your name for the record, please.
Detective Vanderhoff with the Royal Oak Police Department.
Okay, would you raise your right hand? You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give is true to the best of your knowledge, information, and belief?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, please state the facts in this matter.
Okay. Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Vanderhoff for the Royal Oak Police Department. Before you today is a 4-count warrant charging Diamond Capri Lewis with 2 counts of assault and battery, carrying a concealed.
Fozzie, Maiko, do you want to hear something really funny? When you delete a comment, it doesn't delete from mine.
Weapon under the influence and brandishing in public. The facts of the case are documented under Royal Oak Police Report number 24-35721 and are summarized as follows. On September 27, 2024, at approximately 23:55 hours, ROPD officers were dispatched to the alley behind O'Toole's at 205 West 5th Street in the city of Royal Oak for a black female wearing a silver dress that was arguing with people, and it was overheard that she was going to get a gun. Officers arrived on scene and located a female matching the description standing in the roadway and arguing with several people. Officers made contact with the female, Diamond Capri Lewis, was found to be in possession of a pistol in her waistband. Prior to officers' arrival, Lewis was standing in front of O'Toole's. Lewis reached in the bar over the metal gate and grabbed some cake off a table. The owner of the cake, McKenna Bev, asked Lewis not to do that again. Lewis then reached over and pulled Trev's hair. While bouncers...
I mean, that sounds legit. If someone gets between me and cake.
were trying to separate the two females, Lewis assaulted Jose Luis Espinoza by hitting him in the face and kicking him. Lewis stated that she had something in her car and was overheard asking her friend to unlock her vehicle so she could retrieve her gun. Espinoza watched Lewis go to the vehicle that was parked in the alley behind Double O. When Lewis was walking back towards the bar, Lewis had an unknown object in her hand and her friends were able to restrain her. While they were trying to hold Lewis back, an object fell to the ground, making a metallic noise as it hit the cement. Lewis picked up the object, and as ROPD officers arrived on scene, finding a handgun in her waistband. Espinoza and Trev advised officers that they were in fear that Lewis was given a gun to do harm to them. During the booking process, Lewis was given a PBT, which resulted in a .17 BAC.
I'm sorry, Lori.
Officer Hall read Diamond her CPL chemical test rates while she refused to take the test. A search warrant was authorized by Magistrate Chisholm out of the 44th District Court for Lewis's blood. Lewis had a valid CPL and the handgun found on her person was registered to her. During the interview, Lewis admitted to drinking a Sunrise, 2 Johnny Vegases, and 2 tequila shots. Lewis advised that she remembered getting into a screaming match with an unknown female. When asked what the argument was over, Lewis stated she could not recall. Lewis advised that there was a bunch of arguing and then her hair got pulled. Lewis stated that she asked her friends where her car was because she had to move her weapon from her friend's car to her cousin's car. Lewis stated that she retrieved her handgun, which was locked up in her friend's car that was parked in the alley near the train tracks. Lewis stated she was going to put the gun into her fanny pack, but saw the police pull up, so she stuck it in her waistband. With that, Your Honor, the warrant is before you.
Okay, the court finds the alleged crime was committed and probable cause for the...
Found probable cause. Lori, he's getting a beard now.
The defendant committed said offense. The court will sign and issue the complaint and warrant in this matter. Is this at the is it the firefighter? Let's see. What is the I'm sorry. Yeah, what is the name of the business that they were at?
It was in front of O'Toole's, which is 5th and Center, pretty much the main bar district, right downtown Royal Oak.
Okay, did the incident occur at O'Toole's? I'm trying to...
It right in front of O'Toole's.
Okay.
Cake by the ocean.
And the bouncers and the cake and all that was inside O'Toole's.
Okay, how are you spelling that? O'Toole's. I just don't know. It's...
Fozzie, breathe. I know he said O'Doul's, but you do not have to drink non-alcoholic beer. It was a slip of the tongue.
The proper spelling is it's O''Tooles.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Calling case Royal Oak Police Report 24-35631. This is a swear to in the matter of Robin Louise Blackman.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Detective, you're still under oath. Just state your name for the record, please.
Detective Vanderhoff with the Royal Oak Police Department.
All right, please state the facts as you know them in this matter.
Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Vanderhoff with the Royal Oak Police Department. Before you today is a 2-count warrant.
Yesterday was Sunday. The day before that was Saturday. So There was no court. We get what we get on Monday mornings.
Charging Robin Louise Blackman with assault and battery and malicious mischief. The facts of the case are documented under Royal Oak Police Report number 24-55631 and are summarized as follows. On September 27, 2024, ROPD officers were dispatched to National Storage at 313 East Hudson in the city of Royal Oak for an assault that just occurred. Blackman had recently made a payment over the phone to an employee with a credit card for a storage unit that she was renting. Several days later, Blackman found local fraudulent charges on her credit card and thought the employee was responsible for them. Blackman went to National Storage and requested to speak with the manager,
Bombshells.
Shauna Hill, who was also the employee who took her credit card information over the phone. Hill advised Blackman that she did not use her account information for anything else other than the payment for her storage unit and suggested that she reach out to the bank. Hill provided Blackman with her name and number as requested, and Blackman walked out of the business. While Hill was on the phone with her boss updating him on the incident, Blackman returned and appeared more upset. Blackman demanded that Hill provide her with the boss's information that was on the phone, and she agreed to do so once she was done talking to him. Blackman began to make threats stating, "I'm going to tear this bitch up and I'm going to beat your ass." Blackman shoved Hill's computer monitor,
every day,
hitting Hill in the
except for
face
Monday.
and breaking a credit card reader, which was valued at no more than $150. Blackman and Hill began to hit each other and pull each other's hair. Blackman and Hill fell into a display case, and Blackman takes Hill to the ground and continues to punch her in the head. The females separate, and Blackman goes outside to call the Royal Oak Police Department. With that, Your Honor, the warrant is before you.
The court finds that the alleged crime was committed and that there's probable cause that the defendant committed said offense. The court will sign and issue a complaint and warrant in this matter. Calling.
No, when
case.
you went to P, they went to a different case. So she had a storage locker. She called the storage place on the phone and paid her storage rent with her card. And then she noticed fraudulent charges. So they went in and she went in and beat her up. She didn't even do it, I bet.
24 report, report 24-35728, swear to in the matter of Brandon Cornell Best. Detective, you're still under oath. Just state the facts as you know them
The
in this
galoshes. Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I'm gonna get
Detective Vanderhoff,
galoshes.
the Royal Oak Police Department. Before you today is a 2-count warrant charging Brandon Cornell Best with assault and battery and disorderly conduct. The facts of the case are documented under Royal Oak Police Report number 24-35728 and are
Wear a
summarized as
diaper
follows.
like I do.
On September 28, 2024, at approximately 1:35 hours, ROPD officers were dispatched to Pronto's at 608 South Washington in the city of Royal Oak for a fight. ROPD dispatch had received a couple of calls regarding a white male wearing a red shirt that had slammed a female to the ground and was last seen walking westbound on 7th Street. As officers arrived in the area, they observed a white male with a red shirt, later identified as Brandon Best, and a Hispanic male with a jean jacket, later identified as Luis Ballesteros, actively fighting at the corner of 7th Street and Lafayette. The fighting stemmed from an argument that started inside Pronto's when Lewis's friend had taken a seat that was already being used. During the argument, a drink was thrown at Brandon. Brandon's partner, Kelvin King, attempted to keep the peace by paying the tab and leaving with him, removing themselves from the situation. Both parties ended up in front of Pronto's, where they continued to argue and call each other's name, which eventually turned physical. A group witnesses observed Brandon grab a female, Christian Nicholson, by her hair and throw her to the ground, where she hit her head. Brandon was then seen running southbound on Washington Street. Christian advised officers that she never lost consciousness, but was having decent amount of pain on the back of her head. Officers observed that Christian had rips in her pantyhose, scratches on her knees, a small cut under her left eye, and some swelling to the back of her head. Lewis ran after Brandon and ended up jumping on his back, stating, "You're a fucking faggot. You don't do that shit like that and you're going to jail. Lewis and Brandon continued to fight until ROPD officers arrived on scene and separated them. After an investigation, Lewis was placed under arrest for disorderly conduct and issued an appearance ticket. Brandon was placed under arrest for disorderly conduct and the assault on Christian. With that, Your Honor, the warrant is before you.
And the court finds that the alleged crime was committed in this matter. It's probable cause to believe the defendant committed said offense. The court will sign and issue the complaint and warrant in this matter. Okay, we're all set on the swear twos. I'm gonna log you out of here. I'll let you go over and let the defendants meet with the attorney. Okay.
Okay, so just take this iPad I have now and hand it to the
I'm going to remove you from here and let you give it to them, because apparently you only have, they have to try to log in, but they may not be able to log in because you're in here right now. So I'm going to log you out of here and then we'll start from scratch with the attorney. Okay.
And it's going to be the same Zoom number, correct, Your Honor?
It should be. Yeah, it should be. If there's a problem, I'll be here to get it done regardless.
Nope, it wasn't.
Even if I have to let the attorney come into this room with me not being here, okay?
You have a preference, sir, on who you want to start with?
She's gonna call into your spot. You got them on iPads?
They're on iPad, yes, sir. So
okay.
Normally what we do is we dial into your court, and I've never had this issue before.
Playboy, but yeah.
Okay, well, let me do this. I'm going to, if it doesn't work, then I will just get the attorney in. Hold on 1 minute. Let me do this. I want to do it once, because otherwise I'll just let the attorney come in and then I'll put the iPad into the breakout room, and I would have to do that probably 3 different times if they're in 3 different rooms. Would they be using the same iPad?
It will be the same iPad, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll just put the attorney into the breakout room with the iPad, but give me a minute.
They had technical issues today, and it was hilarious.
Sign roll. I don't see if they did correct. Zero. Fine. Otherwise, for the record.
Morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Todd Kaluzny on behalf of Mr. Best via Zoom.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Best, would you please state your full name for the record?
Yes, Brandon Cornell Best.
Okay.
Yep. No
counsel,
shirt.
how would you like to proceed in this matter?
Your Honor, we would
I'm gonna go to court today with no shirt on because I'm mad at somebody.
waive formal reading of the charges and ask that a not guilty plea be entered on my client's behalf.
So I know it's backwards, but this is the guy from the last case. No, that they were both wanted the same seat in the bar, and then they got into a fight, and then they tried to leave, and then he pulled a girl's hair and threw her down, and she hit her head, and then he got beat up. So the last case is what they're doing first.
Okay, the court will enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. Detective, is there anything you want to add before I get to counsel as it relates to bond, so that the counsel may have an opportunity to speak?
Yes, Your Honor. On behalf of Royal Oak Police Department Detective Vanderhoff, speaking to bond for Brandon Best. Looking at his criminal past, it looks like he only has an OWI back from 2018. He has no wants and holds right now.
Look at you all green. I don't like how this lawyer talks next. I don't know. It just seems unfair what he says. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Based on the incident, I would like to request alcohol testing.
Thank you. Counsel, would you like to address bond, please?
Yes, I would, Your Honor. Thank you. I've known my client, I think, since he was a kid, because he lives in my subdivision. I'm friends with his parents. I did represent him on his one prior offense back 6 years ago for an impaired driving, and which he successfully completed probation. He is gainfully employed. He does work out at a hematology group through Beaumont or Corwell. He is definitely not a flight risk. Obviously, he has an attorney that was retained for him. He's going to show up to court. He does not have a history of non-appearance in court. He was in court at that court in Novi for his last case. So I don't think that's an issue. As far as him being a danger to the community, I don't believe he's a danger to anybody. I understand the nature of the charges against him. I have, and I know we're not litigating this case now, but I have other information from people that were there that say that my client was actually attacked and was the victim. Like I said, I know we're not litigating this, but I don't think my client's a dangerous person or a threat to anybody. As far as the alcohol, I don't think
he is a threat to every fashionista in the world right now.
That he needs to be tested. I understand
like
that this happened, where there was alcohol involved, but I'm not aware that there was any blood test or breath test done on my client. I'm asking the court to give him a personal bond with the only conditions to stay away from the victim or complainant in this case, who my client doesn't even know who the person is. So that's not an issue. And just the standard conditions of bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, counsel. So bond will be in the amount of a $2,000 personal recognizance bond. I do have some other conditions. You will not have any direct or indirect contact with the complaining witness in this matter, Christian Nicholson. You will not return to the premises known as 608 South Washington Avenue, which is Pronto's. It's in Royal Oak. You will not assault people, verbally harass, intimidate, sir, or threaten any witnesses in this matter. Personally appear for all your court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and you will immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number. You will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. You shall refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, marijuana, illegal drugs, or using any medication. You will be ordered to test 1 time per week for alcohol and drugs. Pick up no new criminal offenses while you're out on bond. Your next court date is going to be your pretrial date. I don't have that date in front of me. That date is going to be provided to you either prior to your release, or if we have the correct address. You still on Edgemont in Troy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that address will be if your counsel doesn't check with the court on Monday, you need to check with the court sometime Monday afternoon, and yourself as well to get your next court date, even though they would mail you that date. But I think it might be best if you get ahead on that. Other than that, sir, do you understand your bond conditions?
Get a shirt on that.
Okay, counsel, you're all set?
All set. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Thank you, Detective Vanderhoff.
All right, thank you, counsel. Thank you, detective. Good luck to you, young man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
All right,
Have a great day.
ready.
He has hired counsel. He can afford a shirt. He's just spoiled.
Okay, ma'am, at the jail, what is your name?
My name is Robin Blackman.
Okay, now I'm pretty sure this is the storage unit girl.
Okay, calling case report number 24-35631. Robin Louise Blackman, counsel appearance for the record, please.
Attorney Monica Sanford, P62315 on behalf of Robin Blackman.
Okay, Ms. Blackman, would you state your full name for the record, please?
Robin Louise Blackman.
Okay, counsel, how would you like to proceed in this matter?
Wait for my reading. My client stands mute.
Court will indicate that your client stands mute in this matter. Detective, is there anything you want to add before counsel address bond so that she can respond if she needs to?
Your Honor, it does look like Ms. Blackman does not have any wants or holds. Her criminal history is very slim. I would just request the appropriate cash bond.
Thank you. Counsel, would you like to address bond in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is currently employed at Magma as an IT analyst. She's been there for 5 years. She's 34 years old. She has one child who's 11
Magma.
years old. She has an associate's from Wayne County Community College in liberal arts science. I do not believe she's a threat to the community. I do believe that she will return for all further court proceedings. This is your matter. I'd ask for a personal bond in this matter.
Okay. Thank you, counsel.
Nan's here. Hi, Nan. True. Yes.
Okay, Ms. Blackman, this is a matter for your counsel. This is an assaultive matter. The allegations involve assault. So the court has some concern about whether or not the court needs to be concerned about you committing any violations or assaultive in nature if the court, if you're released from custody, either posting bond or personal bond. Counsel, you can respond or you can let your client respond. I just want to make sure that if she wants to respond, to assure the court that she's not going to participate in any assaultive behavior. So you can respond for her, or you can just have her respond just to that one question if you like.
Your Honor, she is not going to have any more contact with the alleged victim. There will be no assaultive behavior. As I stated, she's 31 years old. She's never had any misdemeanors or felonies. She is going to comply with all court orders, and she's going to appear at all for future proceedings, Your Honor. I don't believe that she understands that she is not to have any contact with the alleged victim, and she's going to comply with that.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Bond will be in the amount of 1,000 personal recognizance bond, ma'am. You don't have to post any money to be released from custody on this matter, but I do have some other conditions you need to make sure you follow.
So I worked in a lot of offices, and so I'm always doing like 17 things at once. And my desk is always scattered, always papers. And, I keep trying to like do what other people do, clean it, organize it, and work on one task at a time. And I just can't. I'm so inefficient. But the papers are everywhere. But if you come up to my desk and you say, I need that report on buckles, I can just, without even looking, just reach and give it to you. I know precisely where all this chaos is and how it fits together all over the place. But they did a report that there are different types of people who work best in situations like that, people who work best in piles, and then people who just don't work and take off because a YouTube channel started a live. Those are the worst.
You're not to have any direct or indirect contact with Deshauna Hill or any employees of National Storage. You will not return to the premises of 313 East Hudson in Royal Oak, Michigan. That is National Storage. You will not go to that location. You will not assault, beat, molest, in any way, verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten any witnesses in this matter. Personally appear for all court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and immediately notify the court in writing if any change of address or phone number. You will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. You shall refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, illegal drugs, or abusing any medication. I am not going to order that you test for any of those things. Pick up no new criminal offenses while you're out on bond. Do you understand your bond conditions? Ms. Blackman, do you understand your bond conditions? What I just read off to you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Counsel, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Detective. We have another matter coming up now. Same.
Give me 1 second to switch the iPad over to Miss Lewis.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay, now we're going to the gun at the bar girl. Hey, thank you, girl. Thank you, Fuzzy.
Calling case prosecutor order number 24-22689 in the matter of Diamond Lewis. Counsel appearance for the record, please.
Attorney Monica Sanford, P62315 on behalf of Diamond Lewis.
Ms. Lewis, would you state your full name for the record, please?
Diamond Lewis.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Waiting for a reading, my client stands mute.
Okay, the court indicates that your client stands mute in this matter. If you'd like to address bond, Detective, if you wanted to add something before counsel speaks, feel free.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor. Detective Vanderhoff for the Royal Oak Police Department. As far as bond goes for Diamond Lewis, I'd like the court to be aware that she currently has 8 failure to appear warrants, all traffic and 1 alcohol in a motor vehicle. She also has 1 warrant out of the 18th District Court, Westland, for a probation violation. The night of the incident, Ms. Lewis went to a vehicle and grabbed a gun and was heading back to O'Toole's, which is a bar on a Friday night, which is extremely crowded. And you also have Fifth Avenue, and that's the busiest bar area in the downtown area. With her having her gun on her and being intoxicated, put a lot of people at danger. With that being said, I would like to request an appropriate cash bond. In addition, alcohol tether and
they
testing.
get mad.
Counsel, would you like to address bond in this matter?
Your Honor, my client is 31 years old. She is currently at Wayne County Community College. She is in school taking 4 classes right now. She's trying to get herself positioned for a nursing degree. She does not have substantial felony contact. Most of what was discussed were traffic to appears. I have spoke with her and talked to her about the importance of appearing for all future court proceedings in this matter. I do believe that this particular incident was an isolated incident. And so I would ask for the court to still consider giving her a personal bond in this matter, a nominal bond.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Thank you, counsel. I've also recognized there was alcohol consumption on this matter quite a bit. I've also reviewed the numerous failed to appears in various jurisdictions involving your client, 36th, 34th District Court, 18th District Court. Recognize there's a probation violation matter too. So that does give the court some concern about the defendant's ability to return, having so many failed to appears, bench warrants out for her arrest as well. And the nature of the allegations in this matter are of an assaultive nature as well. The court will set a bond in this matter with $2,000 cash surety bond, no 10%. Do have some other conditions that I want your client to be aware of. Now, you're not to have any direct or indirect contact with complaining witnesses in this matter. It's like McKinnon, spelling last name Treve, and Jose Espinozo, Espinoza. You're not to have any contact with those individuals. You're not to return to the premises of O'Toole's Bar, which is located at 205 West 5th Street in Royal Oak. You will not assault, beat, molest, in any way verbally harass, threaten, or intimidate any witnesses. Personally appear, ma'am, for all your court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court, and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address. You will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. You will be required to test for alcohol and drugs 2 times a week, which means you shall refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, marijuana, or illegal drugs, or abusing any medication. You must contact pretrial services within 24 hours of your release of bonding out. That's at the 44th District Court in Royal Oak. Pick up no new criminal offenses while you're out on bond. And you will be required, based upon your numerous failed to appears, you will be required to be placed on a GPS tether prior to your release. Other than that, ma'am, do you understand your bond conditions? I'm sorry, I just didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Counsel, anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set. Good luck to you, young lady.
Thank you.
All right, guys, this is when the attorney shines. I love this attorney.
Okay, calling case ticket number 24, William Boy 02026 in the matter of Haba Muhammad, spelling last name Hajomar. Counsel appearance for the record, please.
Vicky, we love you too.
Attorney Monica Sanford, P62315 on behalf of Ms. Hamar.
Okay, ma'am at the jail, would you please state your full name for the record?
Haba Hajomar.
Okay, counsel, how would you like to proceed?
Wait for a reading. My client stands.
Court will indicate that your client stands mute. Expect to address bond in this matter as well.
Your Honor, my client is 42 years old. She has 5 children. 3 of those children stay at the home. She has been a stay-at-home mom. She is
Guys, go check out Vicky's channel. I know most everybody already has. But for those of you who are just watching for the first time, she's awesome.
the process of enrolling at Henry Ford Community College, where she would like to get a nursing degree. I would ask for a personal bond. I would ask for a one-time police escort to return to the home. And because she's currently incarcerated and needs to make arrangements, I would ask that upon release, she then be able to report back to for a valid address where she can stay with a friend or family member that is willing to have her.
Thank you, counsel. Okay, bond will be in the amount of 1,000 personal recognizance bond. Ma'am, you will not have any direct or indirect contact with the complaining witness in this matter is Jamil Maki, M-A-K-K-I. You will not return to the premises known as 370 Parkland Drive in West Bloomfield. The court will allow you to go back to that residence one time and one time only with a police escort. So you're going to have to make arrangements with the West Bloomfield Police Department to go back to your residence just to pick up some minor personal items that you may have there, because you are not allowed to go there on your own, and you're only allowed to go there that one time. You will not assault, beat, molest, or verbally harass, intimidate, or threaten any witnesses in this matter. Personally appear for all court appearances. Do not leave the state of Michigan without permission of this court, and immediately notify the court in writing of any change of address or phone number. You will not possess any firearms or other dangerous weapons. You shall refrain from using alcohol, any form of THC, illegal drugs, or abuse any medication. I am not going to order that you test at this time for those things. Contact pretrial services at the 48th District Court in Bloomfield Hills within 24 hours of your release. So that would be Monday in your case, by Monday afternoon. Pick up no new criminal offenses while you're out on bond. I have granted court-appointed attorney for you, so you will have an attorney representing you at your next court date, which is a pretrial date. You'll get that date mailed to you, or you'll also get it when you contact the court on Monday afternoon. You need to provide the court with a valid address within 24 hours of your release. Do you understand your bond conditions?
Yes.
Okay, counsel, did you have anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, counsel.
Okay, guys, it's over, right? It's just over.
I have a question. Was that like a plea for?
What's your question, ma'am?
I said, was that a plea of not guilty?
That was a not guilty plea. Yes, ma'am. You have not admitted anything. I do not want you to discuss your case. You will discuss your case with your court-appointed attorney for your next hearing. You did not admit to anything.
Okay, no,
Okay.
yeah, because
No,
Yeah,
I don't say, no, I don't want you to say anything about nothing.
Officer, she's all set. You can take her out of the room now.
You haven't been listening, so please be quiet.
Okay.
Thank
Please
you.
be quiet. You. She just got verbally abused for asking a question. Okay, so that was Oakland. All right. Oh no. I'm going to talk to you guys for 2 or 3 minutes because I forgot. I wanted to normalize the sound on this next clip, and I just really don't want to play it until it will only take a minute. We'll just chat for a minute because it's really loud, but then you can't hear as it is right now. So it's kind of annoying. So we'll just chat. Showtime. Divorce. Normalize loudness. There we go. Reduce noise and export. All right, it's exporting. So how's the weather? Steelers lost. That sucked. Yep, that hurt my feelings a lot. But I can't win them all. Any given Sunday, one more yard, whatever all the sayings are. Still sad. 40%, 42%, 43, just seconds away. This the husband's lawyer has the most excellent accent. Wait till you hear it. You'll be so excited. So where we're going is they've been through the trial, and now this is the closing arguments over a divorce. They've been married for 20 some years, and I think they've stayed together 17 days out of those 20 some years. And the husband is successful and the wife is just not. So there we go. It's done. At a close cap cut, or my internet would go crazy. Hey, Anthony. Yeah, that was. I'm looking. There it is. Boom. This is Harris County,
And
Texas.
when was the case filed again?
You want the exact date? June 28th, 2023.
I have Adobe Rush. I never put it on my phone though.
And so when petitioner,
That's where I used to make all my videos at the beginning in Adobe Rush. Good times. Good times.
presented herself to the office, did she sign a contract?
Yes.
For legal
A
services?
rash.
Yes.
I have a rash.
Did she represent to you that she will be paying those fees under the contract?
She signed the contract and agreed to the terms therein.
That included her paying for the fees, right?
Yes,
Did she put anybody's name on that contract?
her own name and
Her
mine.
own?
Yes.
Oh. Did she sign with you or with the principal?
I can't recall if it was myself or Christine.
Has she fulfilled the agreement that she signed with your phone?
She is fulfilling the agreement that we have made to pay out her attorney's fees, yes.
That's the sure.
Anything else?
Nothing further on it.
You rest?
I rest.
All right. Counsel,
Yes, ma'am.
any other witnesses?
Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor, most of the evidence that was submitted here are the one we supplied to them and during discovery. And
This is not closing. Do you have any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so you rest.
Yes.
Now, would you like to do a brief closing?
I would, Your Honor.
I use everything. I use so many different things for different things. Everything.
Go ahead.
I
CapCut
apologize,
is
my
one of
notes
them.
are on my phone. Okay, so if I may, all marriages are different. They all look different. Some live together, some live apart. But one thing that is the same about all marriages in Texas is that you are married until a judge puts their name on an order that says you are not. In this case, there's no legal agreement that separates these parties. There's no protective order requiring them to stay apart. There were no temporary orders in place that would designate a separation date. So as of today, these parties have been married in Texas for 24 years. Pursuant to Texas Family Code 3.003, community property is defined as all property, assets, and debt that's acquired during marriage. We have listened to testimony that these parties have had opportunities. My client has attempted to get a divorce, and we heard testimony from Mr. Brownlee that sometimes he just didn't show up. At that point, I would assume that these parties chose to remain married. My client is disabled, and she
I
lives
have
only
0
off
minutes
of
left in my
disability
day.
benefits. She's living with her daughter. She has to have financial support from her family and her friends. We are looking at a community property house that both parties
he
agreed
will.
that they purchased
will.
together. And we are unable to tell the value of it because we were unable to get many documents on it or an appraisal completed on it. We have multiple vehicles that were owned by Mr. Brownlee with, again, no documentation and inability to value those vehicles. Mr. Brownlee testified that he has at least one account that we know nothing about and learned of only in trial because he forgot it. Mr. Brownlee has claimed that he started his business in 2008. That testimony then changed to 2004, but we have documentation showing he purchased a truck in 2001, where my client testified that the business did start in
Lies.
2001 when
Ooh.
she worked with him to build the business. Mr. Brownlee has and is operating a highly lucrative business. He has testified that he has an accounting firm, which could have provided us all the documents we needed to value this business, but instead he has chosen to just divulge today on the stand that there was an accounting firm that we could have gotten those statements from. My client's limited income has limited her ability to pursue and chase around the documents that we really needed to get from Mr. Brownlee to be able to value the house and the business. And she's here today asking the court to order a valuation of both the house and appraisal of the business so that we can get accurate values before the court divides this property up. She has struggled, my client has struggled financially for years and years living off of disability. She's gotten no financial support from him since she left. So she is here today to ask the court to help make up for that and to give her some financial support moving forward to allow her to get back on her feet. Ms. Wesley asked that the court make a fair and equitable division of the community estate as it was presented in testimony over the last 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, petitioner has the duty to prove her case. She is the petitioner in this case. And now she claims she didn't have money to chase around the document that she needed to prove her case, which is, we believe that is false. Because if you compare the trips that she made to Cancun and other places, she would have used that money to pursue documents to prove her case. Now, Your Honor, petitioner has not been candid to this court. Most of the questions she will try to either avoid them, say she doesn't know, or that it was a mistake. Especially in her financial statement, And in her inventory and appraisement, as we showed to the court yesterday, I don't want to go into the details again. I'm just reminding the court of what happened yesterday. You know, most of the exhibit that petitioner used for her case, especially the bank statement, we supplied it to petitioner. Petitioner didn't give us anything other than her smart financial bank account. And again, the funds that were left there, she said, oh, it was a mistake.
Yeah, I guess
No.
Nigerian. So I guess I'm wrong. Vicky, you would know.
Your Honor, petitioner signed an agreement with a law firm that she will pay for their services. Petitioner could have sought other avenues, like call Houston lawyers, or even call State Bar to find if they can recommend a law firm that can help her pro bono. She never did that. She could have called the Lone Star Legal Aid. She didn't do that. She went and to a pristine law firm, knowing that this law firm would charge her more. She didn't look for other law firms that could charge her less. She chose a law firm that would charge her more. That's her responsibility. Your Honor, petitioner asked for spousal support since 2000, at least 2004. And petitioner has not done anything whatsoever since 2004. Your Honor, Texas law does not aid the people in just sitting around receiving free monies and do nothing. Otherwise, if it encourages people to sit around, do nothing, and then somebody will be giving you money to live with. You see, petitioner did a job with the city of Houston, and she claimed she had disability, but years back. Petitioner had the opportunity to have surgery to correct her condition so she can at least be healthy to get a job. She said she don't want surgery against doctor's recommendation. What she decided was to just leave and look for money here and there, including
I don't know,
disability payment
Fozzie.
that she's received to leave. Petitioner flies to Cancun, to Wisconsin. This is somebody who's supposed to be disabled.
Oh, the name I
Going
can't
on
pronounce.
weddings. This is something she wants to do. She wants to read. You don't know where she did not show. And Texas law is not designed that way. It's not designed to aid people in getting free stuff. Otherwise, if petitioner is granted their spousal support, that means encouraging people to sit around. That is why in Texas, it's not automatic to get spousal support. You have to show you are getting training for the job or that you're in school.
I don't know. I use the PC often, and it works just fine. I mean, I can do anything that I do. I don't have issues with PC.
To improve your skills. None of that has been done for many years. Petitioners just sit around getting disability payments. When she, in fact, has been in this court since yesterday, no signs of hindrances, no signs of disability. But that's what she claimed. She's been getting payments from City of Houston for these years. And she wants to get more from this, from the respondent. Your Honor, we believe that petitioner has not proved anything the other day. She says she's limited by funds to prove it, yet it's our duty. It's our duty. And in fact, whatever they supplied to the court as exhibits is what we gave to them, we supplied to them during discovery. So even if the initial disclosure was not done, We gave them everything during this court of hundreds of pages. Hundreds of pages. Your Honor, we are still asking that petitioner not be given spousal support. Parties were married, of course, in 2000, December 2000, but the parties have not lived together as a husband and wife. Petitioner testified to that yesterday that she's only stayed with her husband for 17 days. 17 days. Is that enough to come and start to
That sounds like an awesome marriage to me. Sign me up. Sign me up.
routine what the respondent has accumulated over the years? Even though she is out there doing whatever she has been doing. She never called the petitioner to say, hey, I mean, respondent to say, well, I'm here. Do you want to reconcile? Do you want to help me? I need money. No, she never did anything until 2023 when she filed for this promotion and asking for things that she didn't know. She don't even know the color of the carpet in the house. She started to get interested. She doesn't know. If I show petitioner the picture of the house she's looking, trying to get interested, she cannot confirm it. She's never been inside that house for many years. And the police has an oral agreement. Now, keep this old house and I buy another house and live there. Fine. Even though it's an oral agreement, they have an agreement. That is why there was a deed in the old house that he signed conveying his right to her. She signed permitting him to buy a new.
Right.
Those are the longest 17 days of my life.
Counsel, I need you to wrap it up.
Thank you, Honor. So, Your Honor, we just want this court to be very fair and look at all the evidence, look at all the parties' position, see if this marriage is the normal marriage that we normally talk about, the marriage that people never live together. But it comes down to trial, they're asking for something that they don't even know about. Petitioner testified over and over yesterday. I don't know. Do you know the color of the truck? No, I don't know. Do you know the color of the house? I don't know. Do you know this and that? They don't know. Yet they want interest in something they don't know anything about. Well, rest.
Thank you. All right, the court finds all legal requirements have been met and grants your divorce on the grounds of insupportability and finds the following as a just and right division of the parties' community estate. The court finds that the parties were married on December 30th of the year 2000 and separated in 2004. Mr. Brownlee is awarded the Sand Ripple Lane property. And we're going to talk about that property in a moment more into further. Each party is awarded the vehicles in their possession and any debt associated with them. Vehicles, boats, or motorcycles in their possession. Mr. Brownlee is awarded the Brownlee Trucking Company and any debt associated with it at 100%. And each party is awarded any debts, credit card debts, or any other debts in their name and possession. On the Miss Wesley is awarded $62,936. That will be secured by a deed of trust to secure assumption on the marital property with a special warranty deed to be executed as well. Mr. Brownlee will have until January 1st, 2025 to refinance it or get the money of $62,936 to her. If he cannot do that by January 1st, 2025, the house is ordered to be sold. Parties to pick a real estate agent, an agreed upon real estate agent. If they cannot pick one, then they can get with their attorneys and file a motion. Mr. Brownlee is ordered to have the exclusive use of the property if up and until it is sold, where he will also be responsible for paying the proceeds, all debts, taxes, and HOA fees and expenses. Each party will keep items of their personal possession. And you'll need an entry date of October 4th by submission. All of the relief requested is denied. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So she got $61,000 or $62,000 for being married to the guy for 24 years. But not really. But he, I mean, the good news is he kept his trucking company. He kept everything else. They didn't go into any of his accounts, and it was just the house because it's marital property. So that's the law. Marital property is marital property. So she gets half of the house. And I think with his trucking company and everything, he'll be able to pay just fine. What I don't know is how much the lawyer is going to take from that. Because you heard what he said. It's an expensive lawyer. I don't know how much she's going to take from that. But yeah, don't get married, people. All right, time for Fleischer. We're going to Tuesday. So not tomorrow, but yeah, last week. No, we're doing tomorrow. We're going to do tomorrow. What did someone say during chat? They asked what, like, I wish I could remember the exact thing someone asked in chat, in Fleischer's chat the other day. Like, do you have, any crazy things happening tomorrow or something? They were asking about what crazy things are going to happen tomorrow in Judge Fleischer's courtroom. Dude, it didn't happen yet. It just didn't happen yet. Al, it's not scary. I don't live in fear here. I understand why you would think that, but I don't. I don't own a gun. I don't know anybody who owns a gun personally. I mean, I know like my police friends and that they own guns, but I don't know anybody who walks around with guns. I don't know. I'm not scared. I leave my car unlocked. I leave my door. I shouldn't have said that. I did say that though. All right, I do lock my car and my door now. Now that I said that, but see, that's crazy, isn't it? Maybe she didn't get 50% of the house. I don't know. I can't imagine they lived in a $120,000 home. But I don't know. I don't know. Lori, I believe you, and that's why I would never mess with you. Yeah, I know you have guns. Beer and guns. Beer and guns is the perfect combination. Okay, now we're going to Tuesday. I don't think we see Will on Tuesday. I don't think we're going to see Will today anyway.
Can I do this plea with them?
Of course, of course.
Get you out of here before.
Yeah, I am. Good to see you.
See, that's terrifying. That's terrifying.
So he doesn't want probation, huh?
Did two very intense outpatient facilities, they don't want, and he's moving to Colorado.
Behind it.
Sorry.
Just, you can have them wait right here. Mr. Hewitt, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. They're offering you.
First.
They're reducing it to a first. It's 15 days in jail, credit for the, you say 8? For the 3 days that you've done. You need to understand, even that they're reducing this to a first, that now makes 2 DWIs on your record. What happens on the third? Right. 2 to 10 in the penitentiary. And I'm going to tell you now, anytime you get pulled over, it doesn't matter how small of a smell you have, the slightest alcohol, they're going to see your record. They're just going to put you right back in jail. And if you thought this was expensive, wait till you hit felony. Then it gets really expensive. You understand?
Yes, I do, sir.
I would never, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, get into a car because it's going to cost you a lot of your life. You understand? You give up a lot of rights by entering
here.
this agreement
That's the
today. You
same
give
here.
up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never change this or undo this. You will be stuck with this for the rest of your life. Is this what you want to do, sir?
Discussing it with my attorney, and seems like the best path forward. Drinking is truly unnecessary, and I've done a lot.
We don't care if you drink, right?
I-
If you want to have 32 beers, 52 shots of tequila, great. Just don't get into a car. You know that every single day here for the last week, I have at least 2 to 3, maybe 4 people in here, DWIs, and they have alcohol while they're freaking drinking. It's nuts, nuts. I mean, just one button, you have a car waiting today. Anywhere you want to go in this dam, it's $20, no matter where you want to go. It's always $20. How much money have you spent? Could have cost you $20. Now you know. How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to 15 days in jail. I will give you credit for the time that you have done. When did he want to turn himself in?
Friday.
Friday.
We will have you turn in by this Friday, 6 p.m. I am going to suspend your license for a year. Do not drive until you get a license. It's now suspended. You are still on bond in this court, so you're not allowed to consume alcohol. You still must remain under the conditions until you turn yourself in. You understand? If you start driving, you start consuming alcohol, this deal's off. Do you understand?
Understood.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank
Thank you, Mr. Patrick.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
And just reach out to probation once he's out of limit.
You can drop the mic at that one.
Yeah, just come back and then we can give you the removal.
Thank you.
For sure.
Mr. Hewitt? Okay.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How's jail?
Well, I'm
Miserable?
not driving because I won't have
Hopefully.
a car.
I hope.
Yes. I'm
All
gonna
right.
Uber and
Both
I'm
of you
gonna
guys
have
are wanted
lots of
from
drinks
another
all
state.
day.
And Shreya here, your lawyer's asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. You know, the only thing that concerns me is if we let you out, is our public safe? I don't know. I know that your guys are gonna tell me you guys are like little tulips and rainbows and gumdrops and little bunnies jumping in the woods, right? But how you really look on paper is, you know, who you are. What you tell me goes in this ear, goes out that ear. It's how you look on paper, and what it says on paper is who you really are. So we'll delve into that now and we'll see whether we should give you a bond or not. I don't know. So who do you want to start? Mr. Winston. Who's Mr. Winston? Okay, Mr. Winston, tell me about it.
Wanted out of Orange County, California for robbery, second degree, and grand theft. Yes, and
Maggie.
here in Harris County, he has 3 open cases in the 263rd for robbery, bodily injury, AFM impeding, and possession of marijuana.
So he's wanted for 2 robberies in California? And then you pick up a robbery here,
My
a
gosh.
choking case,
Thank you.
a weak case. And you're wanted, I say, wait, you want me to set you a bond?
Them cases already been handled, getting handled. I go to court Thursday, they was getting dismissed.
You leave a wake of destruction behind you, Mr. Winston. It's like it's like the Tasmanian devil, man.
All alleged though, I didn't do any of those things.
But the problem is, the allegations keep piling up. Think like one. You think I should set you a bond?
It's,
Really? You really think I should? Okay. Mr. Warren,
Warren is wanted out of Bartow County, Georgia for felony failure to appear on 8 different charges.
on 8 charges.
I can list the charges more specifically. Their possession of a Schedule I controlled substance with intent to distribute, possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, obstruction of an officer, possession of drug-related object, speeding, distracted driving, failure to maintain. He also has criminal history that we're concerned about. He's been arrested on several different occasions out of Ohio for possession of drug offenses, and then he's also had a fugitive case filed in California as well.
Mr. Warren, you're wanted for 8 different charges out of a different state. I'm sorry, guys. You got way too much baggage and way too much drama for me. I like to sleep at night, have enough trouble as it is. If I let you out, I'm gonna have like nightmares. Sure.
Actually 2 weeks before I got stopped in the traffic stop, I actually called Bartow to actually see if I can get back on the docket. So I've been attempting, I actually have a business. I have a child on the way. I actually provide security to residential commercials. So I'm very passionate about that. So I actually was already eager to get this done. The lawyer here told me that I'll have 14 days to myself and I want to have a warrant with you guys. Definitely want to have a warrant with you guys. I want to get this taken care of.
What I would do is the money that you would pay here to get out, I would save that and use that to go hire a lawyer where you guys are wanted from to fight the charges. That's what you need to do. Instead of spending money to try to get out here, to get over there earlier, use that money to hire a lawyer because both you guys are wanted for a lot of serious charges. The most important thing that you can have in your life now is a good lawyer. You spend money to get out and then you get yourself a crappy lawyer, what's going to happen? Right? That's what you got to do, man. So yeah, guys, way too much baggage. Sorry, Shrey. Thanks, Amy.
So that means
Did you work anything out?
Thank
Well,
you.
not yet. I emailed Nathan yesterday and he asked the DWIP people for an update on what's going on. I explained to her that she has to get it for now and I'll do everything that I can to work something out. I'm thinking if Nathan,
I hope
Come on, man.
one day goes
if Nathan
fast.
agrees to it, then maybe we can swap her. The only thing that I don't,
Oh, swap
not
what?
swap her, like swap the cost, like,
Oh, right.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
The only thing that I don't know, and I'll have to talk to her and see if we can brainstorm something, is that I know that the companies want a 6 months lease. I have to see if she can do
Really?
it. Yeah,
You sign a lease for 6 months?
most interlock devices require 6 months and then they'll either,
Never heard of that before.
I have all the time, but I'll tell her to, yes,
On a scram too?
yes, but I'll tell her to ask.
How? I can't.
I don't know if it's something that's done normally, but then it could be on a month to month. I'll have her ask when she goes to get it done. And then hopefully she can put herself on a 1 month
Hillbilly, what state are you in again? I cannot remember.
and I'll try to work it out with Nathan.
As a condition of your bond now, you have to get a scram device. Okay? We're giving you 3 days to get it on. You have to have it on.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to say at the beginning, guys. I met Julie. So Julie is like one of the biggest commenters I have. Micah, more than you. Julie, every single day, good morning. Every single day, good morning. And then comments on my videos. So last night I got off work and I was hanging out in Bill's stream, which was great. It was about Judge Boyd, which was very sad, but then Judge Boyd walks into the courtroom where it's all about her, and it was amazing. Anyway, Julie was in chat the whole time, and I was so excited to finally meet Julie. Julie, we finally met. Thanks for watching.
Okay. There are different providers that you can work. What I would do is just call until you find one that's willing to work with you. I've never heard of them making you sign a 6-month lease, because how do you know you're going to get it for 6 months? You're going to keep it? I've never heard of that, really.
Well, I'll talk to her to see if she can work something out with that. But my next question is, since Preachall said that they will not supervise that, how does she get the device? Because normally,
I can't eat spicy at all. I just can't. Even Doritos are sometimes just too much for me. I need like potatoes and gravy. Butter. All right, no. If you put a chili flake in something I'm eating, no, I can't do it. Everything burns.
Preachall would set up in the system, she would go to 49 cents a cent on get it installed either there, or they would set her up with somewhere to go.
It would be the same, you know, how
Food
when you enter
fight.
into the PTI, they give you the document. No. So the PTI people, they give you in the contract, the document to get an interlock.
Right.
Right. I would presume it's the same thing, but instead of an interlock, it would be a scram device, you know? So,
One
because what we
moment,
were
I'll get
talking
it
is
for
that,
you.
and with Pavel, is they were gonna have to amend the contract, put in the 3 days as a condition, and then the scram as well as part of the amended agreement, you know?
Okay, then I'll just send that to her and have her start calling her. I know Smart Start does them.
Hey, Mr. Haddad, so is she on the docket today or no?
Yes, she is.
This is Ramirez.
Just a PTI.
She's the one from yesterday, yeah.
So what we were talking about with Pavel before is we were going to amend the agreement because she had violation.
That's American courts. Yeah, last night was the hearing for Judge Boyd. He's great. He's awesome.
That we were going to do 3 days as a condition, and then also the scram for the remainder of the period
Fozzie,
of
you
what
all
she had left.
You all late. You're
The
getting
issue is
old.
the device and the cost of the device. I'm willing to pay for it, but the problem is that while she's in the diversion program, I can't pay for it. The only time I can do it is that if she was on bond. So she was going to reach out to Nathan to see, hey, can we do like an informal one where we essentially, I and Shitori, the supervisor, and we keep her on bond. That way we can pay for it. But so she's still theoretically in it, but we're supervising. The problem is getting it on. So, you know how when you send out the contract, you also send a piece of paper saying, okay, here's the interlock paperwork for you to go get the interlock. We need that, but for a scram.
But for that, we need the amended contract.
Right. So hence, I guess we have to reach out to, is it Barbara or is it?
It's Brenda.
Brenda.
I can give her a list of providers.
But we still need a document for her to take to get it on, right? For an order or something?
But if she has an interlock order, they should still allow her to obtain the provider, and then we'll switch it later.
This is what I
Hey.
I'll
Okay.
Yeah,
Andrea.
Nathan responds right away.
Yeah.
What? Say it again.
I was saying if she already has the interlock order in the system, they should still allow her to get the scram device. And then
Okay.
once the contract has been amended and signed.
Okay, but then do I send her the list that we normally give them for the in-car device or the portable?
I'll give her a list for the scram device.
Okay.
And just, there's a ton of different places. Just keep calling around to find out the person that's going to work with you the most. You know, I can't pay for it now, but I'm willing to do it when you guys, when we, you know, work out the kinks. And I mean, I'm willing to pay for that anytime.
And Judge, I explained to her that I'm trying to, we are all trying to come up with a solution, but there is a possibility that we won't be able to work it out. And if that happens, then she'll be responsible for the cost of the scram device for 6 months.
Yeah,
I
I mean, I
explained that
can't-
to her.
I will, we have to figure out how to do it. Because while you're on this diversion program, I can't pay for it. I can only pay for it when you're on bond, when you have an open case, so to speak, and when we're monitoring you with an open case. So we'll try, but I mean, I can't make any promises.
And do we reset her for 2 or 3 weeks, or is she in the program and we're back at the, like, reset for 6 months? How do you want us to do this?
So what left do we have to do? What does she have
And
left
the
to do?
contract.
IOP, SOP, because of the violations, and then just.
Okay, so what we'll do now is we do small increment resets in between IOP, in between SOP, to make sure that she's in compliance. So which one gets done first? So IOP. So we start first. So we'll reset her about 2 to 3 weeks. You must be back here in 2 to 3 weeks with proof that you've enrolled in the IOP program and that you have the actual device with you as well. Assuming you have both of those, then we'll set you off there like another 30 days to make sure you complete the IOP program. If you complete it, then at that point, we'll wait for you to enter into the SOV, which is, one is intensive and then one is supportive, right? And then you enter into the supportive, and then we'll reset you until after the supportive. And then when you're done with that, then they dismiss the case.
Judge, I'm just throwing this out there. Would you consider maybe not amend the contract, have her do the scram, and if she does good once she completes the IOP, would you consider doing away? And this is assuming that we don't figure out a way. If we figure out a way for the county to pay for it, then she should stay with it. But assuming we don't figure out a way and she has to pay for all of that, would you be open to the possibility of no violations on her portable, which you would, on her in-car, which she will still have, and completing IOP once she's enrolled in SOP? Would you be willing to consider removing the scram device?
She has to have a monitor.
Right, but she would have the in-car device.
But that's not enough, because
Okay.
the only time we know that she's gonna, the blow is that when she's gonna use the device.
You can put her on a schedule. You can put her on a blow schedule.
I mean, she only blows every, 5 to 6 hours? So she could theoretically, if she blows at 12, she stops, or she's done with the blow, passes, then she goes out, has a beer, right?
So
And
not
then we wouldn't
necessarily-
know, because the next time she blows is 5 to 6 hours later, we'll never know.
Not necessarily, because the way that the blow schedule works is, yes, she has the window, but she doesn't know when she has to blow in the window. So it could be that she has to blow in the beginning of the window, or it could be that she has to blow the last 15 minutes of her window. So she doesn't know, correct me if I'm saying something wrong. She doesn't know when in the window she blows. You're right in the sense that there
The
is
only
a
time
gap.
I would do it that way is we craft a blow schedule where I know that she's incapable of circumventing, meaning that there's at no time will she be able to even have half of a beer, and then she could get her skirting around where it blows a negative, meaning she has a really intense blow schedule, like every 2 hours or so,
Can we do
something like that.
I can see what company she has and look into it. 'Cause
Okay.
all of them are kind of different.
Right.
In Tucson.
So
Because if that's the
I would
case-
do a very intense blow schedule.
Right,
So I know that she can't fool us.
right. Okay. Well, at least we keep that as an option.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I don't want to put her in a situation where she wants to complete the program, but financially she's unable to. At least we have some plan B possibilities to work with.
Look, no one wants to see you fail, but I want to make sure you're not drinking, because you were drinking like a fish before, and it's not good. And it's not what the spirit of this program was intended for, you know? So actions have consequences, and you see it now, and it's going to cost you a whole hell of a lot more. But I mean, we want you to complete it. We want you to be successful, right? It's just gonna be a lot more difficult. But I'm with you, Andrea, and I don't ever want someone to fail because of monetary reasons, right? If you fail, it's because you continue to drink, not because of us. So I'm always willing to do a work.
I'll stay in touch with Nathan, see what we can come up with there, and then we'll reassess.
Sure. So for now, let's set off 2 to 3 weeks for you to get the scram device and for you to enroll into IOP. We'll bring you back in 2 to 3 weeks, make sure that you completed all that. Then we'll set you off for a month for you to complete the intensive outpatient. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Your excuse?
Thanks. Thanks for being patient. Of course. Anyway, how are you? Good morning. Yeah. You know, it's so morbid around here that I like to be a little festive. You know, the only way is with lively suits.
I spent a month living in Galapagos Island last summer.
Wow, that's
Back to the building was difficult.
Did you see the big turtles that are like, wow. Did you take a tour? Were you on a boat?
National Geographic tour and kind of hopped from island to island.
How'd you do that?
I'm sorry?
How'd you do it?
Well, you mean going from island to island?
Yeah, like you
How to set it up? Well, we just went online and it turns out they do these little expeditions that you can sign up for 10 days or.
Good. You're not supposed to like it. It's not supposed to be fun. It's there.
Excuse me, Donald, but didn't you leave Billstream early yesterday just so you wouldn't be late for today? Remember?
So that you learn. You know, what I have here is that you are, with us, you have been charged with failure to identify oneself while being a fugitive from justice. So you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You also have a felony unlawful carrying of a weapon in a prohibited place. On that case, you're being held at no bond. My question though is, do you also have open cases out of state as well?
I think I have an open case in Georgia and Atlanta, but I'm not sure if it's open.
Do you have lawyers on those cases?
No, sir.
So Hunter here is asking me to give you.
Well, Judge, I didn't realize there was out of state. I just thought there was out of county. I would just ask for a $500 bond.
I'm willing to go lower on your bond, but if you have open cases out of county or out of state, then I'm not going to give you a PR bond.
I have out of county in Fort Bend, but when I first got here, they gave me a $1,000 bond, and they said I could pay $300 to get for that Fort Bend case.
So let's do probable cause because I don't know what's going on in your cases. Okay, real quick, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay, please.
On the fail to identify.
Please.
On September 21st, 2024, on 10370 Richmond Avenue in Harris County, Texas, officers were dispatched to a suspicious vehicle call. Officers arrived on scene and first observed a gray 2024 Nissan Sentra that struck a gas line pole. Officers observed the defendant asleep in the driver's seat of the vehicle while the vehicle was still on and running. Defendant was the sole occupant of the vehicle. Officers approached the defendant's vehicle and turned off the car and woke up the defendant. When coming into contact with the defendant, officers observed a strong odor of alcoholic breath on his person. Officers then detained the defendant for further investigation. While speaking with the defendant, officers asked for his personal information, which defendant declined to provide. Defendant declined to give his name or date of birth after many attempts of asking. While conducting an inventory of the vehicle, officers observed a loaded rifle magazine on the front right passenger floorboard. Officers also observed an upholstered loaded handgun tucked under the middle of the back seat. While running the found weapon through MDT, officers observed that it was listed as stolen. Officers tried to ID the defendant through AFIS after about an hour and a half. Defendant then provided officers with his name and date of birth. Officers discovered that the defendant had warrants and out on bonds for felony unlawful carry a weapon out of Harris County and for an accident involving vehicle in Fort Bend County.
Hi, Crystal.
Okay. All right, so Mr. McCollum, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on your case now. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to talk about the case.
Yes, sir.
Right. You will get the opportunity to fight your case. Just now's not that time. Right now, we're just talking about your bonding issues. Should we give you a PR bond? How much we should make your bond? And
yes, sir.
If you do get out, I am ordering you to obtain a GPS monitor. Yes, I want you to know that. I mean, you picking up cases like hopscotching with the states, man.
Yes,
you know, Mississippi, Wyoming, Montana.
Yes, sir.
At some point, it's gonna catch up to you and it's not gonna go well. Got to settle down, man. So for right now, also, it seems you're being held at no bond on that case, so
Vicky, that's cool.
there's really nothing we can do at this point. I think 500 is a little bit too low, considering all this criminal history. I'm willing to go down, but I mean, I think 500 is a little bit too low.
Consider 1,000.
I'll cut it in half, 2,500.
Thank you, Judge.
Do we know whether they're gonna issue holds or anything on the fugitive cases? You know, the other thing is this, is that we probably should reach out to Mr. Kim to see whether the other states have been notified that we have him as well. You know, because that might be an issue as well. The idea is that you take care of this so that you take care of everything. That way you can move on with your life. You know what I mean?
Sir.
You have any questions?
Sir.
Okay. For now, we'll just, put him back and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, that's fine, Judge.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna reset him to Monday because his other case is set to 26th.
Yeah, your felony case is set for Thursday, so we'll set it for Monday. That way we can determine what happened in your felony case and we'll go from there. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Yes, 25. Yeah. Rock. Rock.
Yes, sir, I'm present.
Hey, bud.
Hey, how are you today?
What's new, man?
Nothing much, just living the dream one day at a time. Got Jairo Villegas on your docket this morning.
You just want to reset? It's not too old.
They gave me an offer, PTI offer, 30 days.
Okay.
And I emailed them back a response, but I didn't get a response to that email yet. So I guess we can get a reset.
Yeah, okay, we have a new chief, Brock.
Oh, okay.
So here,
I think
let
I
me
saw
give you-
Michael
is
up
it
there this morning.
last name first?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'm gonna send you, chat you the email now, okay?
No problem. And I'll forward him the email that I sent. But if the court's okay with giving me a reset, Your Honor, we probably can work this out and have everything done prior to the next setting.
Of course. Yeah, give me a second, we'll get you a date.
Sounds great, Your Honor.
So you want to accept it, or are you offering, or you wanted to do a counter to the PTI?
I did a small counter, Your Honor. They were asking for
Okay.
2 classes, and I was just asking for 1 class in community service or vice versa.
For sure. Shreya,
Hi, Judge. I've got an off-docket motion to restore. Do you want me to approach now or later?
yeah, are they in agreement?
I presented it to him. He just said, sure, approach. It's fine, so I don't think they'll.
Do you have proof of purchase?
Yes, I've got everything.
Okay.
I have the lady here, Miss, is it Aaliyah or Alia? Aaliyah. Miss Aaliyah's here. I've got her ID, I've got her person, I've got her receipts, I've got the motion to restore. The motion to restore is right there.
I just want to make sure that they're unopposed. If they're unopposed, I'll grant it for you.
Are you unopposed on this one?
Yes, state's unopposed.
Okay.
Okay, I'll grant it for you.
Okay, and then it's a paper one because I had to cross out the police department to write the code correct.
Okay, I hope they'll take it.
Do you want me to refile it?
No, I don't, but
I'm like, I don't know, they will. I just wrote Katie's. Should I refile it?
you can go, you can try. If they give you a hard time, you just gotta come back.
Okay, just let me
So do it. You have nothing to lose but time.
Well, they're gonna go.
Okay, well, just give them a heads up, like
I will.
because they might think, because really anyone can do that. So who's to say that they didn't cross it out and just, that's why they'll probably give you a hard time, but I don't know. It depends. It depends who you get.
Sorry,
It depends who's there working the property room.
It's HPD property, I always oppose there, so I'm gonna refile it.
Every time I went there,
It was just like, I'd have an order and it would still be a problem. Let me refile it.
are you gonna do it now?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay. Wow. 2 times in 1 week. Oh, yes.
Make sure the state has their people here.
Hey, what's up? Did homeboy had a bond violation or no?
I haven't seen anything else than that. You've been doing good. I was telling always. Everyone. I'm gonna extra one tomorrow. I don't care. I cannot afford it. I'm hoping that we already took care of each other before we see each other.
Mark, are you with? Great, wonderful. Happy to see you. You okay?
I'm good. Good. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Did you tell them that we need him? No. We need to bring him out.
So the attorney, I put the motion in there because she sent this to you too, but I don't think you saw it.
All right. Mr. Elam, do you have something quick?
Your Honor, I'm reapproaching on Miss.
Nobody's going to. If someone were to say,
But it literally happened to me before, and here I am twiddling my thumbs, looking like an a-hole because I gave someone else's gun away. Are you in this country with or without permission?
Permission right now.
This is your 5th case, Mr. Villanueva. And I've repeatedly told you the consequence of you violating condition. And that consequence is that if you go to jail for any kind of extended period of time, you will get an immigration hold. I've repeatedly told you this over and over.
Oh.
You know
for
the
a few minutes and then it hits me again.
Yet you have bond violations.
Oh, you and me.
What am I supposed to do now, Mr. Villanueva?
They're parking.
What?
The right thing.
What is the right thing?
I rarely let them outside anymore.
I don't know.
Can you read me the facts of the DWI, please?
She just spitting facts.
DWI second.
On April 5th, 2024, officers arrived on scene and were advised that the defendant had crashed into the CW's vehicle and fled the scene. Defendant was chased down by witnesses and cornered. Officers detained defendant. Officers spoke with witnesses who stated that he was driving traffic was bumper to bumper, and the defendant rear-ended the CW's vehicle, which then rear-ended his vehicle, which caused another accident in front of witnesses' car. And once they pulled over, CW got angry at defendant, and defendant became aggressive and struck CW with an open fist. at the scene. Damage to CW's vehicle is 5,000. Officers met with the defendant and noticed glossy eyes. Officers conducted SFSCs, get a 6 out of 6 on the HDN, 4 out of 8 on the walking term, 4 out of 4 on the one night stand. He consented to the breath test and he had a 0.147 and a 0.153.
Sir Villanueva, my only concern is the safety of my public. I want my streets safe. The only thing I ask for you are two things. Don't drive and don't consume alcohol. And you're still consuming alcohol. So that either tells me that you just don't care about our court orders or that you truly have a problem. And I've told you that if you cannot control yourself, if you cannot battle these demons, I'm going to do it for you. So the only recourse I have to show you that I'm serious is locking you up. So we have a decision now that we need to make. Your cases are old.
Yeah, I'm
Your
having
case is
chronic
now
issues.
nearly 180 days and it's time to make a decision. What have you offered, Mr. Villanueva?
On the DWI second, 180 days, Harris County Jail, probated for 18 months.
Okay, is that the only offer that you have?
Yes, that's the only offer.
Okay, we need to know what you want to do. They have offered you probation in this case. If you want to do that, I'm okay with that, but you will have to do time as a condition. I mean, he's out there, he's flees from an accident and then beats the person up, I don't know, Mr. Estrada. I need you to let me know what you want to do, Mr. Villanueva. I'm going to have you speak with your lawyer, but, I don't know why I feel bad for you. I do, but I don't know why I do. I don't know, why am I supposed to have empathy in this case? 3 days. Unless you can work something else out, but there has to be a little time. I mean, if you want to do 2 days, I'm fine, we can do 2 days. And then if he wants to do a probation, I'm okay with it. But I'm going to tell you now that if he consumes alcohol again, I'm going to put him into an inpatient facility. And I want you to let him know. Okay. Mr. Newly. Hey, buddy. Okay, I'm ready when you are. He's going in. I'm not letting him out.
Samuel Gonzalez.
All of them at 5,001. Mr. Newly, who do we have here?
Samuel Gonzalez. Samuel Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. Is he on docket today?
Excuse me, Judge?
Is he on docket today?
Yes, no, off docket.
Do you have the
We've
cost
done the
number?
paperwork and everything. We've signed.
Do you have a cost
No, I
number?
don't have any. Do you have, Mr. Newly, do you have the cost number handy?
Yes, Judge, 25-01922.
Okay, there it is. All right, so Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're in jail and or a $4,000 fine. What have you guys worked out? What would you like to do?
He's getting deferred.
Okay,
Want him to do a BIP class as 18 weeks BIP class. When he completes it, then he can come for early termination. That's our recommendation. The CW is a younger sister, I think.
second. All right, so I got here. So the BIP you want
18 weeks.
The actual 18-week class.
Yes, that's why we're giving him the
So,
12 months.
Mr. Gonzalez, what you're doing now is you're entering into what's called a deferred adjudication. This is a type of probation that if you complete it successfully, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you cannot tell people it was dismissed. It was not dismissed. You did a probation and completed it successfully. For you to complete it successfully, you must complete a batter's intervention prevention program. That is a class that you must attend for once a week for 18 weeks. If you successfully complete it, then they'll discharge you from this and I'll make you a deal. If you get this done quick, I'll take you off quick. I'll take you off in at least half the time so you can be done with this thing in 6 months. All we ask you to do, no drugs, no alcohol.
Okay.
Great.
My job requires it.
Great. Get your BIP class done and then no harmful, offensive, or abusive contact with the complaining witness. As long as you can abide by this, you'll be doing great. And I'll take you off, half the time. If you fail to complete this, though, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. I'm going to put you in jail. You authorize me to put you in jail for an entire year if I have to revoke your probation. That's a lot of time that you can be spending in custody. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is this what you want to do?
I have no choice, so yeah.
Oh, there's always a choice. You could go to trial.
I will lose it. I will lose it.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what evidence is out there. You know what's out there. I don't. But so you do have choices. The other choice is trial.
Program that I was offered by my lawyer.
Okay. And if you're good, after a time, you can even perhaps seal this so that the general public can't see it. But for that, you got to complete this and some time has to pass. All right?
How much time?
I don't know. You have to talk to your lawyer.
Okay, I'm just curious.
I don't know everything.
Regarding my job, I just want to make sure that it looks clean.
What do you
Just get
mean
it done.
you don't know
We'll take you off quick. Like, just be nice. That's all we want. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine
John,
the
I'm
accusers, the right to be
sorry.
arraigned, charge, register, and record. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal.
What is that?
Once you accept this agreement, you are stuck until you complete it
Oh.
successfully or
Sports
until
ball.
you get revoked. All we want you to do is get this program done. And if you can get this program done, I'll take you off after you're done with the program.
Okay.
Just make sure that you're clean. That's all we want. Okay?
Yeah.
How do you plead to the offense, sir? I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for 18 months. You already know what's required from you. Do you have any kids?
No, not yet. Once on the way.
Wonderful. That's going to be a very stressful event. Be ready.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, kids are so damn difficult, especially in the middle of the night when they want food. They're crying. You have no freaking idea why they're crying. It's freaking nuts.
Yeah.
So be
I've already
careful.
experienced that with my sisters, so I kind of have an idea.
Just have patience because your wife is going to be, or your girlfriend, or whoever it is, it's going to be hormonal. Their feet are going to swell. Their back's going to hurt. So be there to help them out because if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. All right. Good luck, bud.
Thank you.
All right.
This guy just said, what his brother had a kid, so he kind of knows. So he don't. You don't kind of know nothing, sir. You have no idea. None. When that baby comes, you won't even know your name anymore. I'm so happy I'm through with that part. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know how we did it, guys. With the kids. I just don't know how we did it. All right, guys. It's time to get ready for Judge Fleischer. He's coming on soon. It's been 2 days. Hopefully everybody's just respectful today. But they won't be. Guys, hop on Discord to keep on chatting. Everybody's there. More people come every day. You can find love. You can find your BFF. You can find Fozzie sometimes. He sleeps a lot. I'm sorry. It's been 2 hours. You know what I did yesterday after my well over 2-hour stream? I did 2 3-hour Kelly videos. I have to get them ready and pop them in before courts open. I'm a busy girl. You know how long people have been waiting for these Kelly videos? Oh no, I feel so bad. You're gonna be like, screw that. I'm not watching her channel anymore. She doesn't upload any videos when she promises to. It was 9 or 10 hours yesterday, and I worked. Thank you, Rebecca. See that? Boys, did you see? That's what you do. Hey, Victoria, we're gonna see you soon. I wonder what color you're wearing today. I already know I turned on your home cameras, but that's besides the point. It's not hard. I'm very peer pressurist. No, I already ordered. Look, my dasher's coming. Hey, did you see that? It takes away my anyways. Anyways, I got work to do. I got videos to do. I gotta get this trial over so I can start my next big trial. Guys, thank you so much. See you in 2 hours, 3 hours-ish. Behave, okay? And thank you for coming out. I really, really, really appreciate it.
Got these lights that goes digital dreams. Through the screen, her blue eyes gleam. Wicked humor, sharp as a knife. Her stream sparks electric light. Late night when the world sleeps, she's the friend that always keeps. Giggles roll like thunder loud. She stands out in any crowd. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Freedom tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Her eyes near sky so blue. In her jokes there's a truth so true. With extreme she brings the light. Turns dark days into bright. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm. Streaming tales waiting to the night. Her laughter feels just right. Even when my world turns gray, with a giggle she lights the way. Kathy's laugh cuts through the gloom. Eyes blue like a summer's bloom. Her humor dark and twisted sharp. In a way, there's no alarm.